So, you're looking for a new CPU. It might be for an upgrade, or it might just be you want a brand new system. Well, you've come to the right place. Let's get into it. Okay, so before we actually get into the lists, I'm going to tell you guys how I'm going to do this, because there are going to be some abnormalities, I guess you can call it, because there are some budgets where I will recommend you go used, and those do include the 100 to 200 euro budget. So I mean, let's get into it then. So for the 100 euro budget, what I do recommend is going used, because you can't find anything new for 100 or less, which is kind of sad, because a Ryzen 3 3100 used to go for 100 euro. Now it goes for about 130. So yeah. So under 100 euro, there are two ways I do recommend going for either an Athlon 200 GE, which provides not too much performance, but upgradability up to like a Ryzen 3000 if you choose to go for a B450 board. And then you have the other side, which is the Intel Xeon E5 2620 V3. This was pretty good. You know, it's pretty good performance. I'm not gonna lie. It's really, really good performance, but upgradability is not very good. You might go for the 8-core variant. This is a 6-core, by the way. Or you might go maybe for the 12-core variant, which is pretty good. The 12-core variant is probably one of the best for a mix of multi-threaded and single-core performance. But upgradability is just, you can't upgrade to any later generations. I think maybe there are some V4 variants you might be able to upgrade to depending on your board, but I'm not too sure because they fit on the same socket. And as I said with the Athlon, you get upgradability up to Ryzen 3000, which is pretty good. So that was pretty quick. Let's go on to the 100 to 200 euro budget. Now this budget, there's a lot of things in it. You can go for Core i3, a Ryzen 3, Core i5, or Ryzen 5, and different generations of Ryzen 5 as well. Now with Core i5s, you can go for a 9400F or a 10400F. I don't recommend going for the 9400F because it's got half the threads. It's 6 cores, 6 threads. The Core i5 10400F goes for just 20 euro more at 150, and you get yourself a full 6 cores, 12 threads on the LGA 1200 socket, which has upgradability up to 11th gen, which in my opinion is not very impressive, but you know, to each his own with their opinions on 11th gen. So in my opinion, the one you should go for in this budget is the 10400F, because it's 150 euro for 6 cores, 12 threads, versus the Ryzen 5 3600 going for 50 euro more, giving you the same thing just with overclock ability. Now Ryzen 5 3600 was quite a bit cheaper not too long ago. Price started going up again, so I don't really recommend going for the Ryzen 3600. But if you are let's say under 150 euro and you can't really touch that 150 euro mark, you can get a Core i5 10400F used on Amazon, in fact, for 130 euro, which is incredible because it's going for the same price as the 9400F. It is going to be used if you don't mind. I mean, it won't really affect performance at all. So once that's out of the way, 200 euro 10400F is my #1 budget CPU. So as you see, Intel and AMD have kind of switched sides here. Intel going from performance king and AMD being like the budget option, and it's kind of just switched since like Ryzen 5000 happened. Kind of just switched. So Intel kind of is the budget option right now. Okay, let's go to the 200 to 300 euro budget. Now for about 210, 220 euro, you can get yourself a Ryzen 7 2700X, which is really good. It's 8 cores, 16 threads. If you're looking for workstation-ish performance, I'd go for that one all day, because it's 20 euro above the Ryzen 5 3600, and it might be on the 12 nanometer instead of 7, but it is in fact pretty damn good. 8 cores for 220 euro. You would not be able to get that like 2 years ago, ever. 220 euro. So, have the Ryzen 7 out of the way. It's 220 euro. Now let's go above. For about 300 euro, you might be able to get yourself a Ryzen 7 3700X, which is pretty good. You can also get it for around 270. But yeah, you know, yeah. In this price range, Ryzen will be better than Intel, because the Intel Core i7 10700 is going for a bit more, going for around the 350 euro range, which is a bit more than the Ryzen 7 3700X. So for the lower end, I recommend the 2700X, and you get a pretty cool cooler with it. And for the higher end of this budget, I go for the 3700X. Now, next budget, 300 to 400 euro range. This is where you're going to find the Core i7, all the variants of the Core i7, and you're also going to find the Ryzen 7 5800X. You can find it on the higher end of that. You can find it for 400. You can also find it for 450 in some places. 400. It depends on where you're looking. I mean, for this price range, I would go for the Core i7 10700. It's just cheaper than the Ryzen 7 5800X. It delivers good enough performance. Like, you're not losing that much performance. You're getting what once was top tier performance, and it's amazing. I like the Core i7 10700F, or 10700 even. 10700K is also in the budget. You can overclock that and get pretty much same performance as a 5800X in games. So I mean, Core i7, it is for this round. And then the last budget, which is the 400 to 500 euro range. This is where you're going to find yourself Ryzen 9s and Core i9s. Core i9 10850K goes for 450, and the 10900K goes for 500, and I'll go for the 10850K. Yes, it's pretty good, I like it. Or the Ryzen 5 3900X. And you can sometimes find 3950Xs used, going for about 500 or sometimes a bit less. So if you, in my opinion, best CPU in this budget is a used 5950X or 3950X. But obviously that's limited supply and stuff, so I would recommend going for a Core i9 10850K or a Ryzen 9 3900X. This depends on workstation or gaming. So if your workstation Ryzen 9 3900X. If you're gonna go with gaming, Core i9 10850K. It's just better overall value. Now, that's literally all the budgets I have for today. If you want to go above that, there's really only Ryzen. If you're gonna go above that, it's only the Ryzen 9 5950X, 5900X, 3950X. So that's that. And now let's go to the final round, or what I call the final round, which is the best overall CPU for the price. Now, on the lower end, you have the Core i5-10400F. It presents amazing value, 150 new, 130 used. Or let's say, I don't know, no, nothing compares to the value you get with that. Because if you stick two of those together, Core i5-10400Fs, two of those, they are literally 260 euro used, that is, or 300 euro. That's 12 cores. Price per core with the Core i5-10400F is the best value. Gaming performance, best value. Workstation performance, best value. It's just straight up the best value CPU, and it is my number one pick for value. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope, you're like, hey, I'm not sure what CPU to get, and I'm like, hey, I know what CPU to get. This is kind of cool. Thanks. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys sincerely enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. They're about to see us shine, 'cause we're golden.